which is always my mantra, right? I'm always talking about advanced bookings because I think that's the best way to save money. That's what I call Aloha spirit. It's a world championship. It's 32 miles to cross the channel from Molokai to this part of Oahu on the east side. Aloha and welcome once again to another episode of the Hawaii Vacation Connection. My name is Bruce Fisher and thanks very much for checking in. Got a great podcast for you today for this Friday, October 21st, 2010. This is our 482nd podcast. As we do every Friday, we answer podcast and Twitter questions, or anybody that has a question, we try to answer it here on our Friday show. This podcast is brought to you by us. We're the owners of Hawaii Aloha Travel, and you can catch us on the web at www.hawaii-aloha.com. Well, we've just been having a really fun week. A good friend of ours was in town. His name is Mike Prasad, and we went and we hung out we hung out the past couple of days because we're planning a really fun tour here in Hawaii. It's called Geeks Eat Oahu. It's going to be the second annual Geeks Eat Oahu. And what we do is we all get together, and anybody can do this, even if you're not a geek and you want to do it. It's going to be December 1st to the 4th. Get a hold of me. We take you to the best restaurants, the newest, hippest, coolest restaurants. We sample the best food. And what we did over the past couple of days was actually do a little scouting. We spent a lot of time at Town. And you know that's our favorite restaurant, by the way, here on Oahu, is Town Kaimuki. And we spent a lot of time there, and we also checked out some amazing places. And one of these places is a brand new restaurant. It's out in Kailua. It's called Prima. And I want to show you some of this food. Look at this stuff. This is a spicy meatball. This is the best spicy meatball I think I've ever had. I mean, you know, you always hear the saying, "Mama, mama, spicy meatball." That's what this was, and just delicious and beautiful. And then there was this, and the picture's sideways here, but that's crudo. I don't know if you know what crudo is, but that's actually fresh opaka paka. And those are little pepperoni chips that are in there. There's basil, and there's that sauce. I'm not sure what that sauce is, but it's kind of like almost kind of like sweet vinegar type taste. Just delicious. And that was my favorite dish, actually. And then what else do I have here? Oh, look at this dessert. This is a chocolate covered banana. And I don't know why we have all the desserts here. And then I'm not sure what this was. This was sort of a 3-layered cheesecake type of thing. And there's the banana again. But just delicious. And that's called Prima. It's over on the west side of the island, over in Kailua, in the Kailua area. But the other thing we did was we spent a wonderful few hours at Heeia Pier, and a lot of people don't know about this. It's out also on Kaneohe. It's a beautiful pier, and there's a little. It's called the General Store and Deli. Mark Sunito recently took it over. Him and his family redid this place, took it over. They're serving some unbelievable food there. And the other fun thing we saw there is we saw the local fishermen going out and getting their catch and bringing the catch in. And they had over 4,000 pounds of mahi-mahi that they caught. And we have footage of this, and we're going to be bringing this to you as well. And it's just a wonderful way to spend a day, and there's not a lot of tourists there, and it's really kind of an off-the-beaten-path type of thing. And another thing I wanted to mention is that APEC is coming. If you planned your vacation and you didn't know APEC was going to be here and you're going to be in Waikiki, this is going to be a big problem. You know, you're not going to be able to get around and about as freely, and a lot of things are going to be closed. I mean, all the waterways around it, and that's going to be from the 11th to the 14th are the actual dates, but people are starting to show up from the 7th of November. So if you're wondering what's going on, why there's something going on, that's what's going on. APEC is going to be here. So definitely be aware of that. We'll be talking more about it, and also more information on our blog. If you haven't checked out our blog, you really should do that. It's hawaii-aloha.com/blog. In there is just tons of information. We have an editor, Elisa. We have 5 writers, and they do an amazing job. And also on my podcast page, I'm updating stuff, and I do reviews and things. So check all of that out. We're constantly doing updates. So I wanted to mention APEC, and we'll probably be talking more about it as well as it gets closer. Okay, let's get to some questions that have come in from Facebook and podcast users, our social media friends. And, of course, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at Aloha Bruce. Check it out. What we do is we answer these questions, and if we answer your question here on the big show, we're actually going to send you out a bag of Hershey Macadamia Nut Kisses. These have little macadamia nut chips in it. Just wonderful. So hopefully you'll win. And all you have to do is just get the question to me and we'll read it on Friday's show. First question comes in from Patty. And these are some last minute questions. Actually, let me do this first one from Melody. These are last minute questions actually that came in. Melody says she was told that that originally Waikiki had no sand on the beach. And she's saying that she heard that most of it was hauled in by ship from Australia. And she wants to know if that is true or false. Now, I am not a historian, but that is false. Waikiki had sand. There was lots of sand because the Polynesians needed to use it. Waikiki was a place where early settlers settled, and they used the ocean, they used the beach, they needed to fish off that beach. However, the sand and the beach has eroded over the years. It's gotten smaller and smaller and smaller, similar to what happened in Florida, in Miami Beach, in that area, and many up along the Gulf Coast there, they had to dredge in sand. And there are parts of Waikiki that have dredged sand, that have been dredged over the years. And there's a place right now where it really needs it. They're not shipping the sand in from Australia, by the way. They're dredging it from the ocean, okay? And there's a place right now. I mean, if you go behind the Sheraton Waikiki, there's hardly any beach there now. And actually behind the Royal Hawaiian, probably shouldn't be telling you that, but that's actually true. And there's a big project that's slated for next year to dredge the sand. They can do it pretty quickly and bring the beach back because it is definitely an issue. So hopefully that answers your question. We're going to be sending you out a big bag of Hershey Macadamia Nut Kisses. Okay, we got another question here that's coming in from Cindy, and she says, when is the best time to hit the beach in Hawaii? And that's a good question because the rule of thumb is arrive early, very early at the beaches, or late in the day. For instance, for example, Kailua, it's one of the busiest beaches on Oahu. And right next to it, Lanikai Beach, which we talk a lot about. We love that as well. And we suggest you get over there before 9 a.m. in the morning. Now remember, on that side of the island are the most beautiful sunrises. You know, we talk a lot about sunsets, right? But sunrises are spectacular here. And on Oahu, Lanikai, over in Kailua, that's the best place to do it. Also, you can kind of watch how the beach, comes to life. And Waikiki is the same situation. Even in busy Waikiki, if you get there early, you won't see the sunrise, of course. It's on the opposite side. But you can enjoy a very quiet time. And it's kind of magical to watch Waikiki come to life as the morning turns into mid-afternoon. It's just a beautiful way to kind of hang out on the beach. And another thing is to avoid weekends and holidays. This is so important if you're going to be going to the beaches on Oahu, because that's when us locals like to go to the beach, right? A trip to the North Shore especially, don't do that on the weekends. Try to do that during the week. It'll take you twice as long to get there on a weekday because the roads get horrendous, on a weekend, because the roads get horrendous around those beaches during that time. And even during the week, avoid the rush hour traffic, which is pretty bad here in Hawaii. But even as bad as it is, rush hour here, if you're stuck more than a half an hour, that's crazy. There has to be some kind of accident or something. So definitely, try to avoid the rush hour traffic and try to avoid the weekends. So I think I've got time for maybe one more question. It's a question here from Susie, and I think it's an appropriate question because she's asking about whales. When's the best time to see whales, and where can you see them? The best place is Maui. We recommend the Pacific Whale Foundation as a good resource for that. They've got fantastic tours there. They're very affordable, and you can do a small tour right up to something that's more advanced, so to speak, where you really are going out with oceanographers and learning more and more about it. On the island of Oahu, you can see them on all islands, but Maui is the best place to see them. On Oahu, you can actually see them from shore. On a clear day, you can go up to Makapu'u here, for example, on the east side, and you can look out and see them, actually see them breaching, just with your own naked eye. So it's really a great thing to do. Another fun thing to do is there's some voluntourism going on here on Oahu, and you can count whales. and they will tell you where the best places to see the whales are, and you go there and you can actually count whales. So definitely want to check that out. So that's a question coming in from Susie. Susie, we're going to send you out a big bag of Hershey Macadamia Kisses. Just to let you know, we're minus Yao Ling today. She's been sick. She's had this really bad reaction, allergic reaction, which led to something with her eyes and conjunctivitis, so she's kind of out of commission. So big get wells to our beautiful Yao Ling, who's not here. And I want to say hi to everybody in the stream. We had to start the show earlier today because we're threatening thunderstorms, so I got to get the show done and get out of here. Now let's get into some packages that have been booked in the last 24 to 48 hours. So if you're planning a trip to Hawaii, listen up, folks. Here's what things are costing. Okay, we've got a trip here for 2 people. They're coming in from Atlanta. They're coming May 2nd to the 13th. 2 people staying at the Aston Waikiki Beach Hotel in an ocean view room. Total package price, listen to this, $23.59, a fantastic deal. And of course, this was put together by Melissa. She's over at Extension 33. That's what you're looking at. Now keep in mind, we do a lot of advanced bookings, and I got a lot of questions about that, about how the advanced booking works here and how we save money for you. So get in touch with us, 1-800-843-8771. Congratulations to the Siak family, James and Geraldine. Mahalo nui. Welcome to our ohana. That's our family. You're part of our family now, and we're going to take excellent care of you, and we're going to make sure that you have the vacation that you expect to have, and it's memorable. And Melissa is a great agent to help you out with that. She's over at Extension 33. Well, I'm afraid we are out of time for this show, but I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in next Friday. We do this every single Friday for you, and in between we have lots of videos that we put up for you, and we have lots of content that we like to share to make sure that you have all the information to make your Hawaii vacation very special. But the best way to get your Hawaii vacation done is just to give us a call. Selfless plug, give me a call, 1-800-843-8771, and we will help you out and help you plan that vacation to Hawaii. That's going to wrap it up. For my beautiful wife, Yao Ling, for all of us here at Hawaii Aloha Travel, we'll say aloha and mahalo.